You're watching Oilers Nation Real Life.
I hate to break the fishing news after Ramchuck, but I'd like to speak about the ice hockey.
Congratulations, you're one of the 13 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
We just traded.
You don't turn to push the button.
An orgasm.
Might want to mark that down.
This is your first time recording Real Life?
Schedule until they're not.
A member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
About as
Well,
funny
he
as
gets
we're
mad.
going to get today.
He just like followed me and put his hand over my mouth.
Because
Central
now
tension at your end of the studio is
it's wild. I'm always running around doing 100 things, and then when it's like,
there's the one button that needs to be pushed, and it's the mute button when the intro's on.
well, no, because then Bag
we're not
Milk sits by
classically
the
trained
board
like you.
now.
But now Bag Milk's in control.
I know, and I don't.
Okay, just for everybody that doesn't know what happened is Tyler really hates it when we talk over the intro.
I
It's
really
like
hate
the
it.
one
Yes.
thing we
So he
shouldn't
used to
do.
turn off our mics.
It's not the one thing he's mad about. He's mad about 1,800 things.
Also, a good point.
No, but we like 30 seconds into the show, it's the only thing that we can do to get him mad.
Oh,
And
I
we just
but
went
we
into a
never
full
intentionally do
conversation.
it. It's just we literally just talked for 30 minutes thinking the podcast was recording, and it
We
wasn't.
did.
And now we're going to scratch our heads for what to talk about.
Now we have
All
nothing
our
to talk about.
Salacious takes have been said before this
And you can
recording.
never repeat them because
None
they're
of-
never the same.
But none of that should or would make the air. Like that's like an X
you
files.
don't know that. That's the Patreon account.
It was. You'd have to pay good money
You
for
can
that.
just start talking until we get canceled every week. We
Nation
just start
Real
4 or
Life,
5
Oh, we just
live
come back the
shows.
next
So
We
here's
just
what we
start
touched on.
banking
Here's what we
the,
touched on before the show,
Lost
Tyler.
episodes.
No.
I'm just kidding. I won't say.
We just start banking the lost episodes, and we open a Patreon. You have to pay to get them.
Yeah, and then we all leave the company.
Yep.
That's our swan song.
Goodbye.
Yeah, like
You just flood the market with 800 episodes of Real Life that could never hear the air, and that's your golden parachute. You're gone.
yeah, smoke bomb out.
They just released 11 terabytes of podcast content they couldn't share.
Well, welcome to the Real Life Podcast. We're all in the house. What episode are we on?
I've lost count.
Perfect.
I think we've hit letters now.
Yeah, we have to do. We gotta do like Super Bowl.
Like
highlights.
hurricanes, when they run out of letters, they have to start again at A.
Well, whatever number it is, it's that number B because the A one was.
Yeah, the other one was good.
Probably more interesting.
Today is episode 527 of the Real Life Podcast, and it is brought to you by our friends at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. New races every Friday and Saturday. They got a buffet. They got a casino. They got horses that run fast, and all of that adds up to give you a guaranteed good time.
They actually have some horses that run slow, but don't bet on them.
So when
They're all
Good
fast.
advice.
everybody can tell that when they look outside, the season is a changing.
Yep.
It's 20 degrees outside.
I know it's beautiful, but we
Next
got
week.
snow coming, and I'm wondering when does the races stop? Do they
Never.
stop? They go
They
all
race until New Year's Eve.
cool.
They do a New Year's Eve party there.
But they have little jackets on. Don't they?
Horses don't hibernate, Chalmers.
Canada
Well, I know
Goose.
that, but it's more about track maintenance with the snow.
Do they put jackets on them in the winter, the horses, or
They
run
might.
Like those
buck naked?
blankets, so you see
think
those
so.
sometimes.
No,
on
they
the
might.
field.
Yeah, they might have those blankets on. They might.
If they're sweating, maybe you don't want covering on them. Maybe that freezes.
Yeah,
The
the
best
horse
of the
short
worst.
We get a
hair.
horse expert on.
We need a horse force to.
If we get somebody
Really
from
dial into
Century
this.
We could Google it.
Track.
It's 2023.
Who's
we could
got
just
the time?
Google the question.
I don't got the time to Google anymore.
Speaking
You
of
can
the
bing it.
force of a horse, how about Leon Draisaitl against the Preds?
Whoa!
Sweating is very important to a horse.
So you never put a
How
jacket on
dare
it?
you try to segue out of horse sweat? Shame on you,
There
Tyler.
you go. Horses sweat.
So we're back. We're back on track. The Oilers back on track.
Yeah, 80-2 back on the table.
Back on the table.
Back on track.
The boys with a bunch of points. Leon leading the league and something. What was that? Points or goals?
BDE.
What's that?
BDE.
I'm excited.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he just absolutely murders the
What's
Preds.
BD?
Big,
Big-
dick energy.
Oh yes.
Penix energy.
Mhm.
Did you guys listen to Draisaitl after the game?
No.
When they once again asked him, dominating the Preds, and he was just straight up like pissed off about it. He was like, "Stop asking me this. I'm sick of it."
Yep.
Like, all right.
He must just love. They must go to Roxy's the night before, and he must just love that place.
It's weird
In
though.
what
that-
city?
Tootsies.
Not Roxy's. What's it called?
Tootsies.
Tootsies.
Oh
It's
yeah.
weird though
Tootsies.
that of all the teams in the NHL, the Nashville Predators are the one that he absolutely stomps every single time.
Without fail.
It's not Columbus. It's not any of the other
Yeah.
shitty teams in the league. It is the fucking Nashville Predators.
Yes.
And they lit up UC Saros.
He likes the
which
yellow.
is hilarious because that day on ON Radio, Tyler and Liam got in a massive argument about the Oilers trading for UC Saros, and
Yep.
then he got lit up the very
Yeah.
And Jack Campbell played unbelievable. And I was like, you'd have to give up many first round picks to get rid of Campbell. Then like Campbell lights out one
Campbell's
goal.
now our 1A man.
What do you guys think of every sports highlight show going with another unbelievable, how does he do it, goal by Connor McDavid. He fell down, and that puck should not have been there.
What
that
was the
dude
defenseman doing?
completely fanned on the puck.
Watching
the other guy
Connor
was going,
McDavid twirl on the ice.
the other guy was going up the ice.
That's the funniest part is that D-man that just skated right
Yeah.
past it.
Yeah.
Like the only skill to that is that he just had he was probably a little bit dizzy after that intense spin he just went on. But to see that the puck was available to pick it up and then
I know.
quick release
Being
against
Preds head coach Andrew Burnett and being like, of course that happens to like McDavid, right?
Yes.
You can do
That's
everything
not
you can
happening
to
to
stop
Adam
him,
Ernie.
and he just spins and just pops up, and it's just right there for him.
It's just right there.
Yeah.
Hockey gods love Connor.
I'm using that one. So we do in practice, we do line skating to start, and it's like a way to build up the cardio, but we also do actions during them. And one of the actions is that they have to drop down to like one knee on the blue line, one knee on the red line, one knee on the blue line, and then when going the other way, they go two knees on all three and
Yeah,
pop
shoot
up
the
as
duck
quick as
ever?
they can. What's shoot the duck?
When you pop down with the 1 foot up.
Oh, no. That's really hard.
I thought that was going to be like you just shoot pucks at the kids while they do it.
Well, you could do that too.
It's
That's
not
called
the 70s,
asteroids.
Tyler.
I know.
That's asteroids. Try to hit him in the skate blade as they
Knee.
skate through this. That's a real. We had coaches. So
Pop
we used to
'em,
do that to like
breaking
5 and
blades.
6-year-olds. They'd be play asteroids. All the coaches would be along the boards with pucks, and the kids would go through the middle. And you just start putting pucks to the middle of the ice, try to hit them. If it hits their skate blade, they're out, and now they get to come. Last man standing wins. There was some dudes that just didn't get it. They'd be firing them like ankle high, and you're just like, okay, you're not allowed to shoot anymore, coach. Like, this is back in like Discovery when it was a bunch of dads.
Yeah.
And we hadn't weeded out the numbskulls yet. But anyways, that was a clip that I can show to my team and be like, this is why you need to practice this kind of stuff. You're never out of it. Like, you never are out of that play.
It's also not in the top 20 of nice goals
No,
McDavid
But
scored.
like it looks cool.
Looked
The
cool.
goal
It
looked
looked
cool,
amazing.
but it wasn't like McDavid going through 4 guys. It's just like he
Yeah,
spun around, and obviously like his presence is insane. Sees the puck, picks up, scores on goal.
And I also don't blame Jack because in the moment when you watched it live the first time, I think we all were like, "Oh,
What just
fuck,
happened?"
Yeah.
Wow!" And
When
then
you
you watch
slow it
again, you're
down-
like, "Ah."
When you slow it down, it's a series of events that were gaffes by the other team.
Yeah.
And
Comedy of errors. Some would
just
say.
yeah. So any other news and notes from that game that we wanna touch on?
Thank God we won.
Second line.
We couldn't have handled a 0-3 start to the season.
Mhm.
People were melting down.
Well, like we lost 8-1, so that's a reason, not to panic, but to be like, fuck. And then we outshoot the Vancouver Canucks 41-16 and lose a game. And then you're like, shit.
Then the Canucks game 3, whoever they played terrible. And Rick
Philly.
was like, this is the worst team ever. They just finished dominating the Oil twice.
I think Philly can't take them for granted.
Philly's one of those teams where they have zero expectations and they're always dangerous.
And they're gonna be 100% giver.
And Torts doesn't take any shit.
Yeah.
Demands the most from everyone. Like, they'll play
Briere
hard.
sitting in the GM box, being like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
stop it."
He's cheering for the Oilers tonight.
He probably he's not allowed to bet, but he probably bet on the Oilers.
Probably.
Should.
Yep. So there you go. That's the Oilers talk. They beat the ever-loving hell. My favorite part of the game though was Gene dropping that hot dog.
And then eating it off the ground, committed to the bit.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Well, you got to see it through. Gene is professional.
Yeah.
Why
Not
did
to
he
let that
eat it?
phase him.
Like who eats
Like
like
from the
it's a
top.
corn on the cob?
Yeah, like this.
What was that?
Because he didn't want the meme of like, ugh.
Well, yeah, because like you realize how wide that was.
And since when is the Edmonton a poutine thing? Isn't that from like
Well, I think it's
the
maybe,
French Canadian prod?
but I
provinces?
is Edmonton the only Canadian team on the menu?
No, there was a Montreal dog and there was a Toronto dog.
What the hell's on the Montreal dog then if they burned
Exactly.
poutine on
Yeah,
Edmonton?
poutine.
Filtered
Smoked
cigarettes.
meat
Sardines.
on a bagel.
Filtered cigarettes.
Yeah. John Players
Yeah.
unfiltered, Navy special
Idiot.
certified.
Is that notoriously a cool?
A Montreal thing? You know it.
But yeah, but what else would you put on the Edmonton dog?
It should be donair, or should we serve
Green
a
onion
green
cake?
cake?
Green onion cake is not an
Buddy.
Edmontonian thing, is
Oh
it?
my god!
Okay, I don't know my green onion cake history, but
Jeez.
I figured it was since it was only at notoriously like Vietnamese restaurants that it came from Vietnam. I mean, why
Well,
would
where
they
do you think
that?
donairs came from?
Vietnam.
I don't know. Donairopolis? I don't.
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
In
Donair meat is like a Canadian thing, though. Like putting it all together the way they do, the big boob of meat. That's
But that's like
a
how that's like
Canadian-
Eastern Canadian.
but it's It's
But that
well,
didn't
no.
cover all the country over, did it?
Yeah, oh yeah. You go to Turkey, you go to Lebanon, you go. It's
Gyros.
you even go in Mexico. They
gyros.
have the.
But they're
Gyros.
different flavors. They're not the same as Edmonton Donair meat. There's a specific flavor.
Edmonton was the only Canadian team. I just looked it up, so
I
it makes
don't
sense.
know if there's an Edmonton
We've had
flavor to the
kebabs
meat.
halfway to hell and back, and they don't taste like Donair.
Well, because it's a different meat assembly. It's the cut of meat is different. The sauce, the veggies that go on it, like it's a
Assembly
completely
line.
different.
It's got all the meat like kind of like this, and it's got the rod in the middle that's like
Yeah.
a Donair. I was hoping it tastes like a Donair.
DM
No,
me-
but that's-
DM me if you're like me and you just absolutely tune out when these guys start talking about donairs.
I had a donair the other day.
You're like you're in the minority, sir.
Minority.
DM me and let me.
I
know
don't
if
like
I'm in the
donairs either,
minority.
but I'm just not as vocal about it because I know I'm in the
Yeah,
minority.
you and Spencer need to do, and we can invite Chalmers to this
Nope.
too. Have a donair date.
Why does he not like him
He's
either?
never had one.
Oh, never. Wow.
Yeah.
Whatever
Also
happened to
good-
Tyler's tries?
And if,
Whatever happened? We got a
whatever
lot of
happened to
stuff.
keep it 100, Chalmers?
Whatever
Con-
happened to me undoing my hose before the winter hit?
Oh, I got to remember to do that.
It's
I
good.
can keep it 100 right now.
Do it.
Keep It 100 for the day is brought to you by DoorDash. For a limited time, our Canadian listeners can get 25% off and zero delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code in all caps NATION25. That's 25% off, up to a $10 value, and zero delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code NATION25.
Ding dong.
I DoorDashed a Sunday lunch donair.
And was it good?
It was medicinal.
I
Pretty good.
DoorDashed a donair recently as well from the little hole in the wall spot in my neighborhood.
I DoorDashed a brisket sandwich. It was great. Chalmers, keep it 100.
Hello, X-Worlds. It's your old friend, OJ. You ever come home from a long day at work and you just want to relax? Well, I got the thing for you. A Crown Royal and Cola. It's my favorite drink. I cut up a little lime. I cut up a little lemon sometimes. I cut up whatever the hell I want, and I put it in it. And then I sit down on my couch and I watch my favorite team, the Buffalo Bills. Because only guys like me cheer for the Buffalo Bills.
Very good. You were very excited to do that, and you are drinking a Crown and Cola live on the show.
We are. Bag
I
Milk
am
and
too.
I are having a Crown and Cola because it's Thursday.
Thirsty
I
Thursday.
specifically asked for a non-Chalmers pour.
Well, that's
Weekend starts on Thursday.
Hey, tonight's a really good sports night.
It's delicious.
2 big baseball games, Oilers game, Thursday night football. Hell
It's
yeah.
an amazing sports night. And the most amazing part of it is neither of my kids have anything.
So
you
our,
enjoy it.
The
So what's the play?
rare full moon.
They're really falling behind, eh?
It's the one night they don't have something. It's like
Got nothing going on,
but
eh, kids?
hey, knowing
we're,
these
we're cut from all our teams, Dad.
knowing these teams and the way that things happen, I just got a notification that I have one Halloween party to go to. It's a murder mystery party.
Oh, that's
Spooky.
It's dress up. It's like we love these things. We've done one. I've done
Yeah.
one with UJR, with Wanye's sister at her place. It was great, and we have one on Saturday night. And I just got an alert that my son's hockey game got rescheduled for that night at 7:00. Like
Say you're busy.
it's just.
And the grandparents
we're
are
not
out of
going to
town?
go to it. I mean, it'd be the one that we missed. It's not the one I coach though.
Are the
Oh,
grandparents
so
out of town?
send him
My
along.
parents have now left. Yes, they are not here.
Send
They
him
are-
with the friends' parents.
Yeah.
Well, we will. It's the older one. Yeah, it's
Yes.
fine because it's not
You
the
can
team I
navigate.
coach, but it's
But
just,
It's annoying
it's
nonetheless.
just every time that
He's got to learn.
we had, dude, both teams had practices for 6:15 on Halloween, the 31st. Both teams. When I
That should
saw
be a
this-
blackout night for
it
kids.
should be an absolute. I'm not taking away trick or treating from 9 and 10-year-olds. I said, give the ice away. That ice ain't worth nothing to me. Like, we're not doing this because it's one night a year. Like, we get to go and get all this candy. I'm going to tell my kid he's got to go to hockey. I'm going to tell 16 other kids they got to go to hockey. I don't think so. Not gonna do it. Now, anybody
Not
else?
gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
Not
So-
gonna do it.
Anybody else have a Halloween
Is
party
that
that
Dana
they're going
Carvey
to?
doing George Bush?
That's George Bush. Yeah. No, wait.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
Ross Perot.
No, it's George
Oh,
Bush.
is it or
Not
is it
gone
Ross
down.
Perot?
It's Josh.
No,
George
it's
Bush won.
no, it's
No,
Ross.
but I know George
You know
Bush
what?
won, but didn't he make fun of?
I'm super confused right
He
now.
made
I don't
fun of
know.
Ross Perot too, but he is doing George Bush.
He's
one.
doing George Bush. Okay.
He had the glasses on.
I
and the
think
lectern.
Bag Milk is looking it up.
Oh yeah. George Bush Senior.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh yes. So, does anybody else have a Halloween party that they're going to, or a costume idea that you guys have?
I'm kind of lame when it comes to that stuff.
I'm
Stunner.
going to the Heritage Classic for Halloween.
That's on the 29th.
Sunday the
That's
29th.
Sunday.
yeah.
Saturday night would have been the party night, but I got a beer league game.
Well,
Brutal.
there's one thing easy to fan. It's
I know,
really
yeah,
game.
but
What I'm going to do, I'm going to shut out all the lights in my house, eat all the candy that's supposed to be for the kids.
that's a smart play.
Tradition
That's my
of the bag
move.
milk house.
I'm not a
100%.
big costume guy.
Well, we're dressing up me, my girlfriend, and my daughter as skeletons.
Nice.
That's cute.
Glow in the dark?
I think Crawford's glow in the dark because she's wearing it right now as bedtime clothing. Breaking it in.
So this is what we do at my house. I share our driveway with my neighbor, and we've got a lot of friends on the street now that we've moved in. We're going to
Humble
send the
brag.
kids out because they're old enough to go by themselves now.
That's nice.
And we're all going to like put a row of like tables in front of our two houses and put a solo stove there,
yes.
pour some drinks, have a good time while we pass out candy. So people are going to come to this one table and they can hit like 3 or 4 houses in a row by just being at this one table.
Wow.
It's what they do in
That's
the States.
that's gonna hit the rumor mill. I'm gonna ask the kids that come to my house because we're in like kind of similar neighborhoods.
Yep.
I'll be like, "Did you hit the house with the table?"
Hit the house at the table. So it's what they do in the States. When you go into a cul-de-sac, in the middle of the cul-de-sac, there'll just be like a U of tables, and everybody just comes out from their house. They have a
booth.
little party.
This is why they're so fat.
This is
They
why.
can't
Rather
even
than
walk
walking
house to house.
around the entire cul-de-sac and earning your 24,000 calories worth of
Can't
candy.
even walk house to house.
They're little gas.
No, but it's a way for people to like, and you know what? Well, we have a table of like shots for the parents.
Yeah.
You know, so the parents can have a little shot, little warm, little pick me up.
Not pro serve. Safe.
You're not allowed to do that.
This is
Are
not
you
in a
fed?
license. This is not in an like
Are you
a
a
establishment.
Tyler's a narc.
Yeah, this is definitely not.
You don't need pro serve to serve a beer in your own house.
Chalmers will give shots to the
Depends
kids
who you
in the
ask.
house if he's not paying
So
attention.
me and my wife had a big conversation about something, a big argument. Actually, it was an argument.
Okay.
It was a legit argument.
Let's air it out.
Trouble
So,
in paradise.
I side with Aaron.
I don't know if you will in this one.
Okay.
We're talking about what to hand out for Halloween candy. As a child, my family always handed out full chocolate bars.
Yes.
Baller
So
flex.
in my opinion, that is the only way to go, a full chocolate bar.
Yes.
Aaron's parents used to hand out cans of Pop, Crush,
Ooh.
Grape Crush.
Yeah.
That's also
She
the
good.
thinks
Rockefellers and the
that's
Gates
better.
family.
Yeah.
get
She
out
thinks
there.
that's better than
It-
full chocolate bar.
It is because
I
it's more unique.
I would say equal in terms of like value. Like
But what
like
do you
you would
think
talk
a kid
about
is
it.
more excited to get when they dump out their pillow sack or
Let me
their
ask
pillow?
you a question.
I'd say both.
I need
I'd say it's
details.
equal.
What kind of pop? What kind of chocolate bar?
That's true.
So the chocolate bars are going to be Kit Kats, Coffee Crisp. They come in these boxes. It's like Kit Kat, Coffee Crisp,
Arrow.
Crunch, Arrow, and then like a fifth one. I don't remember what it is. Crunch, something like that.
Macintosh toffee.
Or you can buy like the packs, and there's a root beer, a grape crush, a orange crush, and a cream soda. I believe.
As a kid, those are all good flavors.
Yeah, as a kid,
Yeah.
I think I might go in the pop because I mean, just growing up, I had more access to chocolate in my house than I did pops.
See, we had like pops. Remember the fridges we used to have in our house? Like there'd be pops. You could just grab a pop. But we didn't have chocolate bars. We didn't have chocolate
Yeah,
like
see, I
just
was
in
the
the house
inverse.
at all times.
Yeah.
That was like a luxury. If you wanted chocolate, you had to get a granola bar or something.
I'd say I would be equally excited for each. I remember as a kid, there was once a house like that had pop. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. I got pop. But then you go to a house that has full size chocolate bars. You're like, where am I?
Do you think Wilhock beef jerky?
What is happening over there?
He's dying. Do you think Wilhock?
He's eating candy all
Oh,
greedy.
sorry. Let me just put my hand in front of your mouth.
Do you have a cough button over there?
Jeez, classically trained, eh? Just coughing while someone else is talking.
Eating candy all greedy and had too much. Hey, Augustus Gloop, you got stuck in
Yeah.
the pipe, eh?
Yeah.
So listen,
He's eating like a pelican and he's paid for it.
I will take.
They are worms, to be fair. So.
I will take this vote of 5, and I will concede my chocolate bars and let her buy.
I'm middle on that.
I just think that we need to vote, though. What do you think?
I'm
What do you think
undecided.
we should go with pops or
I
chocolate
think
bars?
pop is more unique.
Okay, pop,
You'd be the
pop
only
for
one giving
Wanye.
out pops.
Pop for me just because I always had access to
Okay.
chocolate when I was a kid.
Augustus?
Tyler's
Pop.
not listening.
Pop
Okay,
for
we're
me.
going pops this year.
Pops it
It's
is.
so much heavier too. Like we could bring like.
I know it
6
does. That's the other
cases
thing.
of
As a
pop.
kid, it weighs the bag
It
down.
does weigh the bag down.
Hey, they gotta earn it.
That's true. They got to get their steps in.
Earned, not given.
I don't
All
hate
the
that.
cul-de-sacs have tables in the middle. How else?
Do you know what the good thing about pops doing pops is?
Well, now you're pro pop. You just talk yourself into it.
No. There's one good thing, and that is we usually have 15 to 20 chocolate bars left over. Now I won't just eat them for the next 20 days every night.
You're gonna crush pop.
I don't really like crushing just pop.
Crown and cream soda.
Ooh. Now we're talking.
Whoa.
I mean,
That might be really delicious,
are
actually.
you allowed to say that?
Cream soda.
Cream soda's a flavor.
That's
Oh,
not a
true. Okay.
not a
Yep,
other.
not a brand.
Yeah,
Yep.
not a brand.
Okay.
Hell
I might
yeah.
try my Crown Royal with everything now that we got
Yeah, you got endless pops.
all
in
these bottles around me.
It's your job to drink Crown finally, Chalmers.
Oh, it's the best.
What a
You
moment.
finally went pro. What you were good at as an amateur.
Mm-hmm.
Takes
Stayed off the
10,000
sauce
hours.
till Thursday so I could have them with the boys, and then only bag milk out on me.
I'm with you.
That's okay, guys.
All the,
No biggie.
I had a sneaky one last night, so I'm
How did
reset.
these shots go yesterday? Because I don't know if you guys knew this. Tyler made a bet that if the Oilers' second line produced a goal at 5-on-5, they produced 3, I should add.
2. Dry said it was on the ice for one of them. Doesn't count.
Okay. You had to take shots of Crown on Oilers Nation every day.
Yep, and I did. Man of my word, I put a shot glass in the freezer too about an hour before the show started.
Well, that is a classy touch.
Yeah. What?
A
You should-
frosted
Oh,
shot
just-
glass is something. That's
Well,
Never even thought
just
about
of
that.
course you did is kind of the
what does that connote to you? That he's what?
connote.
You think you're calling me
Isn't that the
soft?
word?
Denote.
Denote? Connote? What does
Or
connote
connote.
mean?
You got greedy
It's
like
not-
gold your M check with the
What do
can.
you
I
mean connote?
Tried to make a word up.
Is that really not a word? Keynote?
Canute.
Keynote's a word.
Keynote is a word.
Yeah.
But you're looking
Canute
for
is a
denote.
name of a Viking on a show.
Yeah. I'm not
Connote
good with the linguists.
definition.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a word.
Connote.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
So
Urban
you're
Dictionary, maybe.
you're calling me soft, but I took my shot at Crown Royal
I didn't
right off
say
the start.
soft. I just said, of course.
Sure. I'll interpret what you said how I want to.
You
Sure.
guys fight like a couple that are on year 12 of marriage.
Yep.
That's why we sit beside each other.
I took my
does it
shot at
just-
Crown Royal. It was great, and then everyone was like, "Oh, but the line scored twice. Like, if you got to take 2 shots."
Well,
And I
you
said-
should. Guy who does cat food bet and only has a single bite.
Oh my god!
I still think it should have been the whole
100%.
Fuck all of
Guy
you.
had to wear a costume and only
I'm
wore
agreeing.
the wig for 7 minutes.
Yeah, and it was like the best part of the costume.
Guy invents
It
a
is
segment,
weird how
does
you
it
always try to
twice.
find a little. You always try to take a little bit off. You kind of just try to find a.
You don't
No,
commit.
because none of these bets have anything. Oh, that one did. The Barbie one did, but the cat food one and the shot one, you guys have nothing to do with them. You just insert yourself in and create rules.
Well, we just.
Senior management.
Yeah,
It's, the
that's
same,
his
it's
finest.
called having like integrity.
Value
It's the
add
same-
engineering.
Oh, fuck you! I have lots of integrity. I ate cat food on the
it's
internet.
the same
Yeah,
reason
but
why-
you owed your audience the whole tin. That's the thing.
No, I
That's
didn't.
integrity.
No one felt like
See the whole thing through.
No one was underwhelmed by me
Okay.
eating it.
Put up a poll.
Oh,
we need to,
good lord!
Let's let the actual
We're really
people,
revisiting this.
Let's let the people you disappointed vote. And maybe I'm wrong.
I eventually did do a second shot of Crown Royal, and I did it with Frank on the show, and it was great.
Would
Speaking
you
of
put
Frank,
a shot of Crown Royal into a cat food tin and drink it out of the tin?
oh, wait, even that
Fancy
would be
feast
great.
indeed.
Even that would be
Crown
great
Royal's
because it's
like-
Crown Royal.
I was like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Mm-mm, nope.
They're eating cat food and Crown out in Edmonton, they'll say at their meeting.
Frank's coming into town.
Never
Frank's coming into
empowering.
town for the Heritage Classic, and he wants to have a night.
Yeah.
Maybe where we eat Whataburger at 2 a.m. again.
What a burger. What are you in Texas?
Which one was the one we ate then at River Creek? Oh, Fat Burger.
I just can't stop laughing. I don't know how to edit this out, but the idea of them in the Crown Royal quarterly marketing meeting.
Yeah.
Hey, so what happened with those hockey guys? Oh, well, one guy in Edmonton did an ad read as O.J. Simpson, and then they started drinking it out of cat food.
And then one guy now is pretending to be a cat 24 hours a day and wearing a Crown
Yeah,
Royal
you
badge.
guys-
Pull our money.
Can we? Maybe the OJ thing wasn't the best idea. Can we treat this with a little
No,
more
it was
respect?
fine.
This is
Respect
the
for
one I don't
OJ.
want to lose. Oh no, no. This is the one I don't want to lose, you guys.
No, it's okay.
The one sponsor you don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Remember when you... Well, never mind. We can't talk about old ads. But
Oh man. Okay. Anyways, I just the idea of like a business meeting being like,
remember
yeah,
when you
they're-
did the Ginsu knives ad as OJ and then they wouldn't...
because you took the you took the ad read too far.
You read the ad and then they won't pay. OG Chalmers endorsed Ginsu.
Hello, X. It's yours truly.
Are you tired of sharpening knives?
Sometimes I find myself a product that I just have to use, and I use it quite a bit. Ginsu knives.
You know what? I think people deserve to see this. This is going to be the first episode we put up as a full video.
Give your wife the gift she deserves.
The gift she deserves. Ginsu knife. And maybe give one to her boyfriend too.
They're listening at the quarterly meeting. Like, I think this tracked well with our demo.
I don't know that this is a good idea.
Read the advertisers you wish you had. You know, dress for the job you want.
Do you guys? Hello, X World. Are you ever doing construction and you need yourself a nice X-Acto knife? Offers, the best in the business. Cut anything you desire.
Oh fuck.
Ginsu.
Okay.
That's
a great pull.
That is a remarkable run.
Well, everyone should go out and enjoy a Crown Royal because see how much joy it brought to this room.
Yeah.
The conversations that just
If
bleed
this
out of
doesn't
it.
make you want to drink Crown Royal, you weren't listening.
It's delicious.
So I have to win. I have to do a drinking competition with our boy Dukes
What?
from Australia.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
you're
like some
going
kind of-
Bundaberg Crown Royal, right?
Yes. Why? How
Or
did,
is that-
how
or
did
no,
I
no.
lose that again?
No, that was something you did in Melbourne. You're just doing a drink off with Dukes.
Well,
He
I
said
said that
something
we,
like-
I
He
said that
challenged
we
you.
should do
His
it.
tweet got 100 likes or something like
Yes.
that. He wanted to do a drinking contest with Chalmers.
Yes, and it did, and I do, and I welcome him.
Challenge accepted.
And challenge accepted.
If there's one thing Chalmers likes, it's being challenged in drinking contests.
I think that I don't know that you're met your match. That's not
When's
what
he
I'm saying.
coming?
February, right when we get back from Arizona. What I do think though is that this will be very entertaining because Dukes as a drinker is very entertaining. As are you.
Does he do a lot of drinking videos? Like I know that he drinks
does.
out of a. Did he drink out of a skate?
He
Yeah.
did
A
drink
stick.
out of a skate,
And out of a stick.
and he also has like a shot stick. Yes.
No, but like it was an actual composite stick. He filled it from the top, like took the plug out.
because he's also
and then
got one
drank
just
from
like
the-
So
one of those
Dukes-
shot sticks.
That's hygienic.
I think that me and him, just to get warmed up and to get, he obviously does these shot things for reasons, like a pregame thing, or is it when somebody scores type of thing?
He's Australian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
It's
going
an
to say
Australian
mostly
thing?
Australian.
It's 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Got to celebrate it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
VBs don't drink
do
themselves.
let's do one, Dukes, where when Bouchard scores, we have to do that. Would only be like 20 a year, wouldn't it?
What?
Maybe. At
Oh, you
most.
want to do like a season long thing?
Yeah,
And you
season-long
send-
thing
you
with
s-
him.
you
Or
send one
a
to each
video
other.
But we always have to like one up the but do something different.
Why do you always plan this elaborate shit?
Yeah, you're not
going
gonna
to
execute it.
Things like
Yes.
I don't
why
know.
do you do one time thing with Duke?
This is why I need
Rather
like
than
an
breaking
assistant,
his
you
heart.
guys. I'm an idea guy. I need a
assistant.
fulfillment person.
So the guy can be like,
To
hey,
fulfill
Charles,
something you're supposed to do?
Yeah, like pour it. Come up with the ideas of what I need to do to drink it.
You should
Do that
just
podcast.
have
that
a
I've been
drinking
meaning to do
contest
for
with
fucking 2
Dukes when
years.
he's here, and we'll film it.
there.
Now we're talking.
Just do 20 different videos of me drinking, and then we could just they can be in the hopper, so to speak.
No, we could just do like time elapse, you versus Dukes in a drink to death contest.
Yeah.
And you get interviewed every 5 shots. You get asked the same question.
Oh
Have you ever
my
seen those
God.
videos where they're like at a wedding and they're like, "Hi, my name's
First beer
Chris.
of the
This
day."
is me. First drink of the day." And then it's like, "Hi, the last drink of the
That's
day."
exactly what we're doing.
We are absolutely doing that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Every
100%.
5 shots of Crown.
I don't know why he drinks out of his skate though, but he does do that.
Shoey,
They
because
do shoeys
shoeys
all the time.
But this
came
was
from
out
the
of his
Mad
skate.
It
Hueys,
was
didn't they?
a hockey twist and a shoey.
There's a
Well,
group
what was the reason he's doing?
because
the
there's a
shoey,
group.
I guess?
Oh, I don't know the actual
Australian.
reason,
Well, that I would.
but there's a group of Australian fishermen called the Mad Hueys. I found them on Instagram a long time ago, and I promise, and somebody can look this up, but I promise, I think that they, I promise that maybe
You're watching
they
that.
invented the shoey. They would drink out of their shoes, and
I
it,
feel
and
like
it became
people
like
been
a
doing
thing.
shoeys since Roman times.
Yeah.
They called them sandalies.
Yeah.
Sandalies.
Yeah, they were hard because they always poured out the sides.
There's a funny one that going around on TikTok where people drink out of a crock and it just sprays all over their face. It makes me laugh.
The decline
Quite
of
hard.
society is
Yeah,
fantastic.
I have a buddy. That's one of his party tricks in the summer.
Out of a crock.
Yeah, and so you pour it in, and it comes out the holes.
Shower.
It's funny.
We're
I
getting
got.
dumber in general.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Idiocracy
It's a
is
race to the bottom.
documentary.
We are straying further from God every day.
Every day. Every day.
If I really, I could have my own weekly podcast that was 45 minutes of just breaking down stadium fight videos at this point.
No,
That's
you
how
couldn't.
dumb this society is. And I want to know something. Is it happening more, or is it just that more are getting filmed?
I think more getting.
I
yeah.
have been to many sporting events as a child and a teenager, and I have never once seen a fight in the
What
stands.
are you talking about?
What?
Oh, in the stands.
In the
I've
stands.
seen fights.
Oh, I have.
I have never.
This
It's-
Chargers Cowboys
I was
one
just
is
gonna say it's gotta be,
remarkable.
like, both because
You're always in the Gold Club, Chalmers.
The
it
newest
started as soon as
Yeah,
fans all started going back to the stadiums.
It
and we
did.
just couldn't handle being in big groups anymore.
Society has collapsed.
There's a new one, and we'll put it on the real life.
Okay, well, I will put it on the YouTube episode for today because
It
this is going up on
is
YouTube.
Cowboys versus Charger fans. It is the most amount of people so far that we've seen in one melee.
It's a brawl.
It's got to be about 12 to 14 people.
Everybody that was walking by got into it.
What
Yeah.
makes this one? So there's props. There's some car flags.
It's a tables, ladders, and chairs
there's
event.
yep.
Yeah.
But what really sets this one apart is
slip
something
and slide.
got spilt on the floor, and a concrete floor with water on it gets very slippery, and it looks like a bunch of people on ice on running shoes
Yeah, this
trying to fight each other. They are falling all over the place. It is tremendous.
I'm surprised like there's like not like 400 torn groins.
It's making
and
me not want to take my
MCLs.
kids to sporting events. I'm not going to lie.
At about the 13-second mark, if you find it,
The one
there's an Emmett Smith guy fighting a Chargers guy, and he's like round. It looks like
aggressive, just like
he's like a Looney Tunes character.
Yeah,
the way he's like
no,
trying to
he
charge
looks
up
like
his
the Notre
hands.
Dame fighting Irish
Yeah.
guy with his hands out like this.
Oh,
You should call your podcast "Who Won World War II." It just shows Americans beating the hell out of each other at sporting events. Starting
America.
to wonder who won.
well, to be fair about Europe, I think it was in Swiss or Austria. There was a huge fan fight in the stands. Yeah,
But see, so what is it going to
Recently.
like? And every single one of these ends with some
Well,
poor
let me ask you a different
55-year-old woman who's having to like a security guard who's trying to have to like
Yes.
break it up. What is it going to take? Because I've seen soccer
Tasers.
stadiums where they have one section that's for the away fans, and the rest of the building is for the other fan.
Compared to
And
that, NFL is so.
They have
fucking-
30
right?
cops every 2 steps.
Sometimes they're just
lining-
like fenced off the sections.
yes. So what is it? Is that what?
but sometimes there's people of the same fan base fighting.
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I think
What would
people.
it take for you to get in a fight? with
Actually,
somebody
you
at
tried to get into a
stadium like
fight.
I don't think I honestly would have to be okay. So
Chalmers, you're extraordinarily rash. Of
If
course
I
you're
was
gonna
with
get into a
Kay-
fight at a sporting event,
if I was with my child, I've thought about this because I analyze the crap out of shit
and you
like
want
this.
to beat people up,
If I was with my children, there is zero chance I would. I would take whatever disrespect came to me, and I would get up and I would exit the situation, and I would have a really deep conversation with my son about why that happened,
if
what
someone
I wanted to
actually
do,
made
what I
physical
felt.
contact with you with a punch, you would beat the piss out of them.
If somebody physically
Yes,
punched
then
me
it's
when
on.
my son was there,
It's on.
I wouldn't. The lights go out at that
Blackout,
point.
exactly.
It doesn't. It doesn't
You're
matter.
very logical, Spock, until you get
Yeah.
punched.
So if you
Yeah.
see Chalmers with his kids, punch him.
Just
Yeah.
beat
The
the
10-gallon hat comes
There's
off.
there's a part of me though where like I know that I would be just like all I could think about was that he was safe, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
That
don't know
too.
what I would be in that situation. If I'm with the boys and it's like these guys and I've been in those situations many times, and
You've almost got to fight with your kids, brother.
6
No, no, no,
minutes
never.
ago, we were doing fake OJ knife ad reads. Now we're talking about protecting. Like, I would not do that in front of my son. Man, I don't know. I just
I
think
don't
this
know. You know what?
episode's
It's one of
fun.
those situations I just hope,
This
I, just
show
hope I
has
don't
range.
find myself in, because if I'm
He's on an emotional journey.
if I'm deep in the cups, it
Yeah.
could get ugly at a sport. I could be just like one of these
If
guys.
you sat where I sat at the Oilers game the other day, you would have swung.
I don't know.
I hate that guy.
You're live wire, Chalmers.
I've only been in like a couple street fights, to be honest with you, like actual one-on-one street fights.
You
They were
get the
Awesome.
rage.
They haven't.
How
But
long-
I've been in a lot of hockey fights, like
when
on
was
the
the
ice.
last time you got punched in the face? How many years
When you
ago?
fought Mayweather.
Oh, 10, 15 years ago? 15 years ago?
I've never been outside of hockey punched in the face.
Now that
That's an
can't
open invite.
possibly be true.
I've never been in a fight.
Your personality?
I know, weird, right? Damn. But I'm
That is
evasive.
interesting, given some of the shenanigans you've been up to and the friends you have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've never been in a situation like at a bar or something where someone like punches me or whatever. That's never
You're a
happened.
very happy drunk, though. That's
Yeah, I
why.
usually am
If
pretty
you
happy
were
drunk.
an angry drunk,
Mhm.
you're always smiling ear to ear.
Yeah.
Who wants to punch a smiling
So
man?
you don't think you have it in you? Like at an Oilers game, you're there with, let's say,
I'm
us.
not going to start it.
Okay.
No one's
You're not
usually
going to start
but
it.
if you got
Guy
punched-
behind you spills a drink on you. You turn around and say, "Hey, what the hell?" And he goes, "Shut the hell up."
I walk up one row ahead of him.
Gain the high ground.
I ask the people to politely, without seeing, I say politely, could you guys just move over a little bit? And I tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, remember me? And
From
then,
1 row ago.
and then I grab and I start throwing until I stop. No, I don't know. I really don't know.
Remember
I really,
me.
really don't know.
Yeah, I remember you. I just told you off. You walked 4 feet.
I think
I watch you get up and walk behind
Get the
me.
high ground and then tell me off.
I took a full beer in the head in LA, and my first instinct was to apologize to everyone around me.
I'm so sorry that hit me.
Imagine
Yeah,
you almost
but that's
fought a guy
like-
Chalmers down by the glass, then it was just you and him trying to get the high ground on each other all the way up the arena
It's just
stairs
all the way up to
to
the
the
press
top.
box.
You want to go down the bottom again?
That's
start
a
again?
different set. Like those Kings fans are spicy.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never been more disrespected in my
Like-
life.
They are spicy.
That was year 2.
Yeah.
Like
They're
you,
sick of
like
us.
we start something, it's 3-on-30
Yes.
without a doubt.
I remember saying to you guys in the playoffs this year when we were sitting up in the roof, Leon had 2 goals or something. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to throw my hat if he gets a third one. I'm going to get hit.
And then we went to Vegas, and I went to Vegas. I was like, "Hey, we're gonna have a good series, eh?
Yeah.
Quite
Yeah,
the
Vegas fans are
quite the
great.
club you guys got." It's
Yeah.
like, all right, thanks, Vegas.
Like as Edmonton fans, we don't go to the rink and see like a Vegas fan and be like, oh,
No.
you're
It's
a
because
loser.
in Vegas, if you act the fool, you'll end up in a hole in the desert. People are used to going out in Vegas and not getting too wild
But-
because the mob will kill you.
My favorite thing in the world right now is how praised Philadelphia Phillies fans are being right now for the atmosphere in their building.
It is sick.
This is the fan base who threw batteries at people.
A long time ago.
Doesn't matter. They're the most psycho fan base.
This
in
is
the
the fan
world.
base whose fathers threw batteries at people. They're more evolved,
and they all had sex.
and they sing that that Bryson Stott song.
now they're kids
Yeah.
go.
So in this baseball playoffs right now,
Couldn't even tell you
4
who's in it.
exciting. Arizona Diamondbacks are playing the Philadelphia Phillies right now,
Uh-huh.
and the Texas Rangers are playing the Houston Astros.
Battle of Texas.
The Battle of Texas. I think it's been fantastic. I would love to see the Texas Rangers play either the Phillies or the Diamondbacks. I really am done with the Houston Astros. I'm over it.
I'm not. I want Philly to get their revenge on Houston in the World
Philly
Series.
has the most likable team going right now at a player's perspective.
Bryce Harper's so cool. See when he hit that.
Schwarber's so cool.
Bryce Harper hit that home run on his birthday. Then he came across home plate and did the 3-1 and blew out the candles.
Oh my
That goes
God.
so hard.
He's so good. It's been a fun baseball season.
He's
Gosh,
redeemed
I
it
am
because he
very
was like
excited for
viewed
sports
as
today.
a piece of shit for a while, right?
Yeah, a little
He's
bit.
rebranded. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's like Mr. America. And the cool thing is he'd never played first base in his life before. He got hurt, came back from the IL. A couple other outfielders started hitting well. He didn't want to clog up the DH spot. So he was like, you know what? I'm mid-season. I'm just going to learn how to play first base. And now he's like a Gold Glove caliber first baseman. He's so good. I love Bryce Harper. Speaking of
Some of the videos that Frank has been posting from the games, it just looks
so
fun.
cool.
He's been going
So
to
cool.
games?
Yeah.
If you're looking to get in on the action, maybe you want to bet on the Phillies to win the World Series. Maybe you think the Oilers are going to beat the Flyers tonight. You can do it all over with our friends at Betway.
Can I tell you what I've been doing lately?
I would
On
love to
Oilers
hear it.
game days. It's
Mhm.
fun. It's a different way to kind of chase the dragon a little bit. if
Okay.
you will. I'm doing money line parlays for every hockey game on Oilers game days. Just $1.
Just
So
to
the
see
oth-
if you can hit big one day.
Just to see if you can hit one.
I
Like so
dig it.
tonight, there's a lot of games today. So if I hit every single money line winner, $1 would turn into $1,400.
Oh, that's sick.
The other day, I was only one game off fucking Jets.
Did you guys
Oof.
see this guy that was in jail? And he needed,
there.
and he,
For not killing his wife?
Hello, X.
Hello, jail.
it's
world.
yours truly. Did you guys see this story about the guy that was in jail and needed a $10,000 bond but didn't have any money?
Got out because of his parlay.
He made a 7-way parlay that won $13,000. I wish I could have done that when I was in the club. Anyways, later for now. But yeah, what an incredible
That
bet.
jailhouse footage.
He has
of
an
him
extra
putting
$3,000 too. He won like 13,000.
That's sweet.
Got some
Got
walking
extra-
around jail money.
Yeah,
I know,
everybody's
Grace, they're
like
flipping.
applauding this guy. Nobody knows what he did.
Yeah,
I know he
he's a
robbed an
murderer.
old lady. We're like,
Yeah.
oh,
I had a
perfect.
great night on Tuesday. Everything I did on Tuesday hit.
What'd you have?
Draisaitl over 1.5 points. I would parlay
Bing.
Draisaitl goals with other stuff. I did
Bing.
Oilers money line over 5.5. Oilers money line over 6.5. I was greedy.
And you got
And I
back in the
feasted.
mix after missing hard the first 2 games of the
Won
year.
it all back.
The boys came through.
Just
Gotta
like it
respect
happens every time.
19 plus. Please play responsibly. Yeah, Oilers in action tonight against the Flyers. But first, we're going to step aside for a quick break. All right, giddy up. What else did I want to talk about today? Sad news, NHL considering centralizing the draft. You've covered one or been to one from a media perspective.
I covered it.
Because it's such a cool event to be at and cover. Everyone's
But, like,
there.
when you're actually there, is it cool?
No, it's
The
boring.
draft itself?
That's
Boring.
what I mean. Like the draft itself.
Famously boring.
So what's the
But
difference be?
the parties are fun. And if
Well,
everyone's
being
not
around
there,
it is
they won't
awesome.
throw as big of parties.
Okay.
Like it
with
is anyone, name a person, you'll see them there.
So you don't want the draft to change for the millions of people conceivably who could be watching from home
Mm-mm.
because of a party you got to go to once.
Yes.
I see.
That's right.
I'm not hiding behind
Doing
anything.
a
No.
selfish draft. You go in the first round.
I don't know if it affects the at-home experience.
It should be the
Maybe a little
closest
bit if they could maybe add like
or it'll be faster, I guess.
Yeah.
Which would be nice because
They should roll out a Mr. Irrelevant jersey like in the NFL. That's good fun.
The only difference would be like the guy who gets picked dead last in the NHL draft is like never gonna play a game. At least in the NFL, there's always the
Usually
chance.
like a scout's son or something that
Yeah.
they're trying to get like.
In the NFL, there's a chance they play, which is why I kind of like it.
It's wild.
Yeah. Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who the other one was that won a Super Bowl?
No.
He was
Joe
a kicker
Montana.
named Suckup.
Ryan
Oh,
Suckup
Ryan
yeah.
Suckup.
with the
Yeah.
Bucks.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a
That
Mr.
was Mr.
Irrelevant.
He was
Irrelevant?
Mr. Irrelevant. He's the only Mr. Irrelevant to ever win a Super Bowl. I mean, clearly he's the only one to ever do it, but like
Yeah.
he's the most successful Mr. Irrelevant so far.
Cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of NFL, what do you like this weekend, Charles?
Oh man,
Tying in our friends
these
at
are
Betway?
tight games, dude. Like a lot of them are. I think the average spread is like -2.5 right now.
Yeah.
It's a tight weekend. It's making survivor pools tough.
Should go with your gut.
Yeah, got to go with your gut. If you're losing a bunch of different, like if you've already used some picks and you're in one of those pools where you're not allowed to use other picks, it's a difficult week. The things that I like the most, though,
The only teams that appear to be like clear cut, I actually think the Bills might be Bills and Niners maybe are the
that's-
only teams as clear cut locks. Like the Bills aren't losing to the Pats.
Well,
so I would say
Bills
that
have been surprisingly bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Just,
my
wanna
lock
give
of
you that
this will
tough love.
definitely lose. My lock of the week is definitely Seattle. Seattle's actually playing the Cardinals. They're a 7.5 point favorite. They're playing in Seattle, and this is not the type of game that this Arizona Cardinals team wins, especially not with like their starting running back out, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just so that would be my lock of the week. That's who I'm taking in Survivor. But they're tight games. It's just I think it's a great slate. I think the Miami Philadelphia Eagles
That's gonna be a
6:30
good
Sunday
game.
night game is going to be electric.
That's a good game.
The Oilers play that night.
Nope.
No, they play Winnipeg on Saturday.
Thank God.
I have a 3-leg teaser that I think is so guaranteed to hit. It's not even funny. It's free money. It's free money.
Get
You take the Dolphins on that Sunday nighter. You tease them up from 2.5 to 8.5. They'll keep it close. Take the Lions at 11 a.m. Tease them from from +3 to +9. I think the Lions are the better team in the matchup, so that's a slam dunk. Take the Bills, knock them down to -2.5. Even if they play like shit, they'll still win by at least 3 against the Pats. Boom. 3-leg teaser should pay like +150. Giddy up.
The Patriots. Bill Belichick.
That's a lot of outcome just to hit +150.
But they're all safe.
They are pretty safe. I would say that would be. You let us know how that goes on Monday.
I will.
Thursday night or tonight. So what's your what's the word I'm looking for? Strategy for watching tonight?
Denote?
2 TVs.
So
2 TVs and my iPad.
So there's 4 games. So the baseball games, the good thing is one starts at 3:00.
Yeah, so one will be done.
One will be so
More or
you can
less.
catch that one.
Yeah.
The baseball game and the football game both start relatively at the same time.
Yeah.
And then the Oilers game starts at what time is that?
5:30.
5:30.
Did you haul the second TV back in your living room?
I just take it. It's usually in my bedroom, which is right next to my living room. So I just pick it up and carry it.
If there was going to be one that you would, this would be my strategy if I had 2 TVs. I would PVR the football game.
I can't do that.
It's tough. I know you have to basically stay off social media.
And
But
half
you
the
want to
fun
be able
is
to be on social media for the Oilers game.
Yes.
I know.
I hate when I have to play catch up on an Oilers game.
Can you mute hashtags?
Yes.
Yep. You can mute words, yeah.
That would be a strategy. But not everybody hashtags.
But you want to join the conversation.
But what conversations are you more likely to be involved in? Obviously, the Oilers.
But the memes in the NFL are so good.
I think the
Need
NFL
them memes.
game. I think the football game is the least exciting matchup. Like Jacksonville, New Orleans. Like,
But it's football.
okay, right? Like, but it's football. That's I agree.
Yeah.
And you probably have a player or two on the fantasy team.
Yep.
So
Speaking of the fantasy team, our Nation Real Life Fantasy
we
Listener
haven't
League.
done an update on that. Everybody,
No.
only one person has paid the entry fee to PS.
Oh, I owe you $20.
I'll get on top of that.
Yeah,
I'll get
yeah.
on top of that.
Yeah, hopefully you can get the money from the guys who are both 1 and 5, Connor McChubb and Brady the Goat.
Connor McChubb is
That's
JR.
tough.
You think you're the goat? You're
Well, you can get
Connor
$20 from
McChubb,
them.
JR's having a tough year in both
think
his
we've
leagues.
I think we've had like 3 weeks where we haven't had a full roster. I should be kicked out.
You should be kicked out.
Yeah.
He wants to be kicked out. He's Caleb Williams. Williams
I'm 2 years off of winning this thing.
he's
Just so you know.
sabotaging himself.
you have a halo after for 4 years.
Yeah.
You have
Hot
to try.
Hot Chubb Time Machine is the leader at 5 and 1. Our boy
Hot
Brett.
Chubb time machine.
Yep.
Is that man paid?
That's Brad Stepanko, isn't it?
No, Brad Stepanko's Irish Butker. He's tied for second with myself, Colonel Sanders, Mahomes and Mundair,
Just a
and
bunch of
Kissing
people who
Cousins.
haven't paid their fees competing at the highest level.
Yeah, I'm actually happy. I haven't forgot to set my lineup once in this league.
I think I'm 3-3.
Yeah, you're 3 and 3, so you're in the mix. This week I'm playing Mahomes in
Who
Mundair.
do I play?
Which one's your team?
Smigarowski?
Mundair?
No,
Oh, yeah, there you
Harry,
go.
Harry Paratestes.
You're playing
Famous
Rogers
Greek
Mustache.
Crawford.
Oh, nice.
So
Roger's
famous,
mustache. That's our boy Eric, is it not?
famous Greek
Yeah, I
member
think
of
so.
Parliament.
Yeah. Oh, he was big in Roman times.
The honorable Harry
What is this whole
Paratestes.
thing about, like, guys thinking about the Roman Empire? What is
I've
this
never
whole
thought
thing?
about the Roman Empire that much.
My wife asked me, "Do you think about the Roman Empire a lot?" And I was like, "Why
What?
do you ask?" She's like, "Because it's like a
TikTok thing.
thing. It's like a TikTok
It's a
trend."
travel
TikTok.
Italy meme. It's the Italian tourism board.
It's like
Probably is.
girls are asking their boyfriends, how often do you think of the Roman Empire? And the answers are ridiculous, in my opinion. They're like, once a week, I guess. So I don't know, every other day.
It's almost like they planned this in advance.
Yes, I totally buy it. Because Waz left a message on Better Late Than Never in the voicemail being like, Bag Milk, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? I'm like, literally never. Unless I maybe get a Caesar salad, which I can make a loose tie-in, or
Yep.
I'm watching Gladiator. Other than that,
But what is it? Do you have anything that is your, in air quotes, Roman Empire? Something totally
Something I think
random
about
that
all the
like
time.
you think about all the time?
I think
Gladiators.
about
I was talking to somebody who did not know that gladiators were slaves. They thought that the gladiators were willing participants.
I
no,
didn't
they had
know
to
that.
win
Signed up for
themselves out of it.
They had to win
Yeah.
themselves out of it.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
What I think about when I think about the Romans, if it's something that's reoccurring, is how much lead they consumed. They all died of lead poisoning, gradual lead poisoning,
Why?
because their goblets were lead. Everything was lead. Lead was like a worshipped metal.
They invented aqueducts. I don't actually know that. But like when you think of like philosophy, architecture, stuff like that, mathematics, astrology, they're the ones that started the conversation.
Yeah, but do
Is
you?
that not true?
But do you think about
No.
that?
like,
Okay,
never.
yeah.
I think
That's
about-
it.
I
Like
think
I'm trying to
about-
think of like the recurring theme. Like if I see lead or hear about lead, I'll think about how the Romans ingested so much of it.
I only think
That's
about
how I
the
think about the
famed
Roman
mayor
Empire.
of Rome, Harry Paratestes.
No, that's no. That was
He's a Greek member of Parliament.
he's
Oh,
Greek,
yeah.
man. He's Greek.
Oh yeah, that does sound more Greek than Italian.
Roman.
Roman.
Where I don't remember where
Well,
Jay,
where's
you
Rome?
wrote down Harry Paratestes as like an entry form or something when we were younger, and somebody read it out loud, not
Yes.
recognizing
Oh,
what they
yeah.
were saying.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
was just the biggest win in
Oh,
Harry
that's a big one.
Paratestes' life.
Yes.
I can't remember where we were.
It's probably like a karaoke night at like Lee Gardens or something.
Something.
Maybe.
I've never
on the
seen
mic.
it rolled out.
Harry Paratestes.
Harry Paratestes.
It's a good.
So I got that from SNL.
It's from Jeopardy.
Yeah. Yes.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
There's a team in our league called Barry McCockner.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I
Barry.
love that one.
classic name.
Yeah. You were gonna say something about Frank earlier.
Oh, he's coming here for the Heritage Classic.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should get him on an episode of Real Life.
We
again.
should get him on our episode.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Overdue.
Let's try to
Well,
strip the layers back.
It would have to be that
Maybe
Monday.
give him a few Crown and Cokes.
Oh, hello.
Try to
Crown
get
and Cola,
see if we can get Frank talking real with us.
Yeah,
No?
Yes.
Totally.
100%.
Oh,
Crown and Cola.
yes, Crown and Cola.
that's
you
fine.
trying
It
to
wasn't
ruin
during
this
the
for me,
ad
Jim?
read.
I'm adhering to ad guidelines.
Smart. Yeah, we should get Frank on when he comes out. Also, I feel like it'd be a fun time if we took him to Greta for a night. Aren't you guys gonna do something where like your kids hang out, leave the kids together?
What time can the kids stay? Can kids come to Greta?
No. I'm just
Oh.
saying, just leave the kids somewhere, and we'll all go
Don't
to
you
Greta.
imagine
Oh,
Frank's
yeah, maybe.
kids
We can
like,
do that.
like a boy in a Frank Saravalli costume on Halloween? Don't you just imagine that's what his kid looks like an even smaller little kid with silver hair.
His son's just making calls all day, just checking in on what's doing.
He's like the insider of his elementary school.
He's checking on 8-year-olds.
Yeah,
hockey.
just spreading the
This
everyone's
just
tea.
in. Tiffany and Jordan were seen holding hands at recess.
covering a 20
Yeah, sources say
Sources tell me they've
Miss
been hanging out
Tompkins.
off
Miss Tompkins is having an
school
affair.
Dude.
More on the story at recess.
Yeah.
Whoa, holy
Sources
shit!
out of the cafeteria say.
Anyways, I think we should take him to Greta. I'd like to see Frank shoot hoops and
I
play
would
the
too.
Mario Kart. That would also be objectively
Okay,
funny.
so
Well, he's closer to being a child than most of us.
Yep.
Cody Chambers and I went and played the football game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say this actually.
Okay.
Kids born today.
The 99 one didn't come out. It was stuck.
Oh, it was stuck.
Oh,
That'll
yeah.
happen.
So,
Yeah, just let them know they'll fix it. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Greta will fix it.
high scores not in jeopardy if the 99
Yeah.
flapper doesn't come out.
And also because I didn't play that night, so I mean, no way the high score is getting broken if I'm not.
Kids born this year
I'm
will be drafted
extremely
bag
awful at
milk
that.
in 2041.
What?
Kids born this year will be drafted in 2041.
Something to think about.
Something to think about. I just did the math.
Gross.
Seems distant.
Kids born in 2000 are going to turn 24 next year. That's crazy. Doesn't that feel weird? I always associate, I don't know why, it's only 3 years younger than me, but I just think like people born in the 2000s, I'm like, God, still young, very young people. It's like, oh God, no. Like old adults.
When I think back to the year 2000, my brain immediately just starts playing the Millennium song in my head.
Mhm.
And I just remember everything
100%.
from that
The Will 2
era
we're all celebrating the Will 2K.
with the soundtrack of It's Here That I Like It.
Mhm.
You know how I know I'm getting old? When I drive at night, lights look like a lion's mane. They like.
I think you
spread
just
out.
need glasses.
Where I go see your eye doctor.
You may just need glasses or
Yeah,
you're
maybe, but it's never happened before. Like
could
I can
explain
read
it.
I can read a sign from a mile away. Now
I can read a sheet of paper from 200 yards.
a light looks like a shining star.
I'm thinking about going for laser eye surgery right away. I got a consultation coming up.
Really?
It's gonna like
Really?
it's do what you want to do, but glasses are part of your brand.
Are they though?
Well,
You're faceless on the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
well, we were talking about this on Oilers Nation Every Day with Tyler Remchuk.
Featuring.
Your identity is the worst kept secret on the internet.
Sometimes, yeah.
No, worst kept secret in real life. It's good on the internet because there's no pictures of them anyway.
Okay, fair.
But Waz has been outing you.
Waz is
At the first watch party, someone went up to Liam, or sorry, they went up to Aaron.
you got a leak.
And they went, "Hey, is the guy standing over there bag milk?" And Aaron was like, just go ask.
Dude, you
go
hopped
ask
on
him.
the,
If
you hopped on the
I know,
pregame show.
but Aaron goes, if you go ask him, like he might introduce himself. Like if you find bag milk and like ask him, he might tell you. And the guy just goes, "Waz already told me it's him."
Waz is a leak.
Waz?
Waz cannot keep a secret.
Oh,
I guarantee you.
what happens to snitches, Waz?
Did he not sign
You
an
love-
NDA?
You
You should
love
sign
hip-hop.
on bag milk letterhead.
Waz
Oh,
already
Lord.
told me.
Waz.
Loose lips.
Oh,
man.
Ekholm doesn't need surgery. That guy's just insane.
I brought it up
Thank
on Gregor's
God.
show.
Oh,
I was like,
good.
you want to hear Jay's source? And I didn't say the story. I was like, great. Jay was talking to a guy. And Gregor was like, he is? And he started texting people and shit. He's like, who told him that? I'm like, random guy inside Greta. He's like, why would you tell me that?
That's not a very good source. Random guy inside
No?
Greta.
Random crazy guy
Who
inside Greta.
seemed
But
He
like
also knew that the
very
Dodgers lost.
specific.
Yes.
Not like a meteor's
Dodgers
coming
lost.
he
or
had a
something.
doctor's jacket on and a clipboard in the bar.
Yeah.
And was
He was
making
walking
progress.
around with a chart that said Matthias Ekholm. on
He
the
had an
front.
MRI in one hand.
Yeah.
At home.
But like, who? If you're, that's all whatever, a crazy person. Sure, we're all crazy.
It's
but
hard to see someone on the street right now in 2023 and know if they're crazy or a hipster.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot
it's
of
a
them.
fine line.
Both of them. And
Mm.
Yeah, it is. It really is a fine line. Okay, before we wrap up the show,
whoa.
yeah, so I need to have another sour gummy. Rate the ship.
A little Crown and Cola.
No, I'm okay, buddy.
All right.
We are under 2 weeks away from launching our next nation vacation. There's only one thing better than sharing memories. It's making new ones which is why we go on Nation Vacations and why we partner with Alberta Blue Cross, because their travel insurance protects your memories and more wherever your travel takes you. ab.bluecross.ca/travel for more info. I'm excited for this one to launch. I cannot wait.
I feel like when we go to Seattle, I want to troll you guys a little bit
Okay.
by wearing all Seahawks gear.
That won't really be trolling me too much.
You know what? I was thinking about it.
I think I want to do it.
That's fine. I was thinking about it more because I always say I don't like the Seahawks. I think I just didn't like Russell Wilson.
That's actually super fair. Geno Smith's likable.
I know. I watched the thing on Geno Smith and I'm like, I can get behind this guy.
Yeah.
I will never like be a Seahawks fan, but like,
I was just looking. My thought was I was looking at merch. They've got nice merch.
then do it.
They do. Their vintage stuff is so sick.
I think I might grab some.
Yeah, do it up.
Nation Vacation.
Make that your
I'm gonna make
NFL
some new
team.
Memories.
I'm going in a Connor McDavid jersey. I'm that guy.
You're going to do it.
I
I don't know if I can do that.
You want to get a football jersey? Here's what you do.
All right, go ahead.
Every offseason, 20 NFL players commit horrific crimes.
Jesus Christ.
And you can just go to NFL.com and type in
Get whatever's on sale.
the guilty. And then they list them for you. And they're dramatically, a 2-time serial killer. He was a hell of a
This-
defensive end. And
this-
then you get the jersey.
This is one of those moments where I can't tell if he's joking or not. Like, I think that actually could be a thing.
They fire sale the crime jerseys.
No, I think they burned the crime
I think they
jerseys.
just stopped selling them.
I'm checking still
Yeah.
because you never
I
know.
feel like I will settle in with my Seahawks brethren.
I think you'll get along well with the
13th
12s.
fan or what are the 13th man?
The 12s.
What's
12th
that?
man.
12th man.
I'll be the 12th man then. I'll be there.
Mm.
I'm ready.
No sale NFL items up right now.
Just wait. Maybe a Seahawk in the offseason will like.
I can get a Blake Wheeler
decapitate
Jets
someone
jersey.
with a
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Jesus.
75% off NFL.com. Boat guy.
Mm.
Hashtag.
Anyways, under 2 weeks away from our the next Nation Vacation, going out to Arizona as well.
Is
So
it?
if you missed out on Seattle, you missed out on Seattle. If you missed out on Seattle, you can just take advantage and come to AZ in February. Escape the cold. That'll be the big selling point. And seeing the Oilers in a 300
The
person
selling
arena.
point is seeing them in a
Yeah.
tiny little arena.
Yeah.
That's going to be and I'm told the arena is awesome. Like, all things considered.
I heard a rumor about a popular Oilers fan who may want to join us on the trip. So I'm excited for that.
Is it Ryan Smith?
No.
Is it Pinball Club?
Do I know about it?
He DM'd Liam
I
on
actually used him on the last show I was on.
he DM'd Liam and said, "Can't wait for this to be announced." And his name is similar to the name of the arena we're going to.
Is it someone from Menudo?
Who?
Menudo?
Yeah, all right.
I think he's itching.
All right.
Sources
He's probably
say.
going to drive down.
Oh, maybe.
He's got,
Did you say?
he's got that fast car.
Oh, that'll be good.
You know
You
what?
guys weren't talking about Go.
I got to reach out. I'm texting Go right now.
Maps. How far is it from Utah to
Not that far.
Geographically, I have no idea what.
Geographically close.
Salt Lake City?
I phased
Utah to Seattle, Chalmers.
Utah to Seattle?
No,
That's probably about 5
Utah to
hours.
Phoenix is
Straight
a
shot.
10-hour
Phoenix.
drive.
Utah to Phoenix.
That's not bad, boys.
Oh,
They can do it.
Utah. I think I drove through that. The Monida Pass.
Ooh, actually, wait. Are they from Salt Lake City or are they from South Utah?
Salt Lake City.
around. Yes. Yes. You know, I know where that's from. It's a great musical.
Where are they from in
Great
Utah?
musical.
I want to say around the Salt Lake area because they had
Okay.
those Salt Lake, Utah shirts they were handing out the one
I
time.
just got completely sucked into a treadmill race video.
What?
So he puts a bunch of cars and like tape and,
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh, that's
balls
interesting.
on a treadmill. Wait till you see who wins. And they all just like take each other out. This one
Are you
is
got an ad at the bottom?
Let's
this
see.
one is electric.
Oh my god.
These
you
are
got
really
an ad.
popular. These were really popular on TikTok a while ago. Oh, the
Oh,
car.
yeah, those are fun.
This car comes back. Oh man, we'll put. It's incredible. I know you guys are gonna get sucked in too.
How do you make a living?
Right
I
now
put
we got
ads on
Speed
my
Racer,
treadmill
a
races.
Mercedes, and a roll of duct tape. And the duct tape is going back and forth, taking cars out. The Speed Racer car is holding on for dear life.
That is a Speed Racer car.
It is a Speed Racer car. The duct tape is trying to muscle the
Trying
Speed
to
Racer car.
draft it. It's drafting it.
If
But
you
the
like
Speed Racer car is
podcasts of
fighting
people
hard.
watching their phones and describing what they
The
see,
tape, it's going down. It gets to the end. Oh, did
I've
it.
seen a review.
Watch what the tape
It's the
does.
most visual podcast
Boom! From behind.
on the internet.
The tape wins. It's
Holy
incredible.
shit.
It was incredible.
Wow.
oh, wow.
Wow.
So see what had happened was
All right. That's a wrap on this week's edition of the pod. Shout out to DoorDash, Century Mile Racetrack and Casino, Crown Royal, Alberta Blue Cross, Greta, and Betway. I'm struggling to not
Ding
cough
dong.
today. I'm sorry. We'll chat with everybody on Monday.
Are you thrilled? I'm not.